Sonic fans like a bunch of things. Complaining about how all the games are made, having wars over what the best shipping is, telling Ian Flynn that he's wrong about the game canon. But something we also love to do is spend money on Sonic stuff. Sometimes too much money. I don't know about you, but when I was a kid and had no money of my own to buy every single Sonic game in existence, I thought the world was unfair. But oh well, I've gotten myself quite a nice collection nowadays. I'd say I've got all the important Sonic Wait, where are all my Game Gear games? Oh, I've only got this sad and lowly cartridge. Well, surely I can get my hands on the games I'm missing. How expensive could they... Huh. Okay, that's enough. You've gotta be kidding me.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Okay, I don't know what I'll do about those games, but I do want to get them. Eventually. Still, I don't think I'm ever going to pay $2,200 for Sonic Blast, unless I somehow win the lottery. But do you know what's cooler than getting a Sonic game? Getting a Sonic game with a small bonus or two. Collector's editions of games. The company's methods of getting you to pay more for a game just because it comes with an extra item that you're only gonna look at once or twice. Why did I need a blue shell with Mario Kart 8? What the fuck? But these things are crazy cool. I really like to get them for the games I'm excited about. So what happened to the ones that used to come with Sonic games? I miss these, and today I feel like discussing and appreciating why we should get more of them. I was so happy when I first became a Sonic fan, and my grandpa agreed to buy Sonic Classic Collection for me. My mother made me give him the money back after that, but I was still very happy. Not only did I have an official way to play the 3 main classic games, but it came in this cool metallic box with a Sonic minifigure and a bunch of cards with random classic Sonic artwork. Oh, and apparently this version of the game was exclusive to Spain and Australia, so I was extra lucky to be a Spanish Sonic fan. Granted, the minifigure broke and the metallic box kind of rotted after time, but they're still very important to me at a personal level. I was able to get that just months after I became interested in Sonic, and it's with that version that I beat Sonic 1 for the first time. But yeah, the box is kind of rotting at my mother's house. I could buy another one, but mine has sentimental value to it. Wait, scratch that. I couldn't buy another one. $300 is too much. Dang, I bought this for $20 in 2012. Apparently, Sonic Colors had different collector's editions depending on what version you wanted to get. Both came with a Sonic figure and 2 Wisps. The Wii version came with the White, Rocket, and Laser Wisps, while the DS version came with a Drill, Burst, and Cube? Bro, that one wasn't even on the DS version. Somebody at Sega made an oopsie. Colors Ultimate came with a Baby Sonic keychain from the Sonic movie. Never in my life have I seen another special edition with an item they just included because they must have had too many just lying around. Meanwhile, Japan got a super cool special edition, including a giant 30th anniversary art book, a coin, and a music disc that's complimentary to the art book. Oh wait, but there was also an expanded version of that with a bunch of nice looking merch. What? Yeah, I'll say it, one of the coolest parts of these are the boxes. When the designs are cool, it's super satisfying to have them around to decorate your room. When the designs are cool, of course. Team Sonic Racing isn't just a bit underwhelming as a game, but its 2 special editions aren't anything too attractive if you ask me. There's a version of the game with 30th anniversary branding and an art book. It seems to be like the art books that came with Mania and Origins Plus. The contents do seem a tiny bit more interesting than those for me, and the cover's really cool, but I'm not buying Team Sonic Racing again just for that. And the other special edition just adds a classic Sonic figure that you can get separately from the game. So if you don't already have the game, sure, get one of the special editions if you want, but hey, the stuff they come with doesn't even really relate to the game. I'm not very interested. I think the coolest collector's edition I own is the one they made for Sonic Mania. Sure, it could have come with a physical copy of the game, but it came with a random metal card for some reason, and a ring inside of a Mania cartridge. That's awesome. But the coolest part is the statue of Sonic on top of a Mega Drive. It ain't even a Mega Drive! Its design is both based on the European Mega Drive and the American Genesis, and it plays the classic SEGA! You can't imagine how excited I was to get this. I miss it so much. It's at my mother's house. Well, that would be the coolest special edition I have. If I didn't have a Sonic Superstars press kit. I felt super lucky to get this one because of my Spanish channel. This isn't a collector's edition per se, but it's still a special edition I've got of a game, and I want to talk about it. It came with a lot of stuff. Look, a poster, a Lego set, a Fast Friends Forever lamp, a plush. It kind of fills the void that having no actual collector's edition for this game creates. God, I wish I had the Frontiers press kit. It's like a cyberspace portal, and the Mania Plus one is a giant cartridge. If I'm lucky enough to get any other Sonic press kit in the future, I will be so grateful, I'll do a backflip. I can't do a backflip yet, I'll need a press kit for that. There was the Sonic Lost World Deadly 6 edition when the game was originally released. It felt cool back then to get a different box art for the first ever game I bought on its release date. It was actually a day before that because the shop next to my mom's house didn't care about waiting, but it just came with a code for the extra nights level that consisted in an easy boss rush. It's weird that they felt like it was worth it to make a whole different version just for that. Ooh, but there's a special edition that makes me start to drool when I start thinking about it. The Sonic Generations Collector's Edition is the one that made me discover the Collector's Edition concept in the first place. I remember seeing videos as a kid and thinking it was the coolest thing in the world. That giant box with different layers to it, the art book, that elegant ring that's numbered, and much better than the Mania one, must I say. The double disc set comes in a super cool carton with an OST and a Sonic documentary that's over half an hour long. And when you've got everything else out, you're left with a giant box that contains a modern and classic Sonic statue. Ah, the presentation, the style! I need this so bad. I got the chance to see it in person at the house of my friend Delos this month, and of course I begged him to let me see everything it's got inside. I'm getting this one day for sure. It's probably the Sonic thing I've wanted the most in all these years. Why haven't I already gotten this? Why so much build-up, Mark? I don't know, it's very imposing. And all of this is why I can't believe we don't have a Sonic Frontiers Collector's Edition, or a Sonic Forces Superstars or Origins Collector's Edition. Oh wait, a cool Origins Collector's Edition was announced before the game released, and it hasn't even been shipped to the people who ordered it. Why though? I don't get it! But Frontiers not having a Collector's Edition is the most inexplicable one of these. It's such a giant and important game for a Sonic team. It's the big game that changes the direction of the franchise to a much more grand and ambitious one. That press kit box that looks like a cyberspace portal should be something the fans could get with a special Sonic Frontiers statue and a lot of stuff for the fans to celebrate the release of such an important title. Look at all the Frontier stuff I got during the game's release. A Japanese release of the game with an art book, a Coco, and a Starfall Island travel guide. This sick frame looks so good in my wall. Look at this Sonic and Coco statue. Of course, the Spanish release with its steelbook. And my favorite, the Sage plush. Sage has become one of my favorite Sonic characters in the whole franchise, and I needed to adopt her. She's my daughter now, step away, Eggman! I had to get my own collector's edition from all over, man. Does Sega seriously think they wouldn't get any profit from making it themselves? They're missing out, dude. It's just sad. They could have at least re-released the game physically with a small figure to capitalize on the release of the free expansion of the game a little bit. Sega, you could have made it so much easier for us. Alas, we'll just have to hope that the next title does something special for its physical release. Please, Sonic Cross Shadow, do something cool. It's also possible that collector's editions will start to be more and more rare since game companies are placing all their bets on making us buy games digitally. So I'll personally cherish any special edition of future Sonic games. What you guys think of these special editions? Let me know in the comments which one's your favorite, or which one you have, or which one I missed. And subscribe to my channel for more Sonic content just like this. If anybody wants to send me a Sonic Generations Collector's Edition, I'm sending you my address. Stranger danger isn't that important anyways.